What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What is really good in the hood? This is your man Theo Butler, my man Troy, and my man Marlo, and welcome to Fatmouth Sports. Spend some time with us, with
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fatmouth Sports. I am Troy, Max with my Buccaneer compadre, Drake, all the way from head to toe with Buccaneer gear. Marlo.
Enjoy yourself.
Marlo. So I feel like today, Marlo, you got something you want to get off your chest.
Well, being that, it's Thursday, so I'm gonna throw it on back to you one time for your mind. And then you know that the Buccaneers will be in the Super Bowl. And this is why I say that the Buccaneers is going to the Super Bowl, because not only because we the best, because we're the best. But when you go out and then you try to improve your team by getting veterans to put around veterans, that showed to me that you are fostering a winning culture. That's what you're doing. You're fostering a winning culture. So when my Buccaneers went out and got Shady McCoy, people question the move. This is why I don't question that move. Because he is a proven veteran. He hasn't seen a whole lot of field time. Maybe 7 plays a game last season. And he got something to prove. So if you put him on a team with proven all-star talent, you can't help but win. Super Bowl. Going to the Super Bowl. Enjoy yourself.
All right. So to recap, Buccaneers somehow finagled Shady McCoy from the Buffalo Bills.
He was in Kansas City.
I'm sorry, Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just so everybody remember, who was the star running back in that Super Bowl?
Yes. I think you're missing the point.
No, I'm not missing the point. He
have a Super Bowl ring. Huh?
Janice, the janitor, has a Super Bowl ring.
No. You ain't finna do that. You just
Bob in marketing has a Super Bowl ring.
Gloss over the fact that he was an active member of the Super Bowl champs.
So is Bob. Listen, Bob in marketing has a Super Bowl ring.
No, he don't. He don't have
Bob's
one
at
like
the club right now, like, I got me a ring.
He don't have one like Shady. They have those secondary rings. The one with less bling. Yeah.
You remember Matt Barnes? Matt Barnes said he feel like he didn't win the NBA championship because he wasn't a contributing member.
I'm so glad we talking about football. You know how people start to deflect? You can't let them deflect. You got to keep them focused. You got to be focused, son.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Focus.
All right. So if I bought into the hype that the Bucs got a halfway legit running back.
Yeah. No. We're not bringing him in to give him all the load. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We won't do that to that man. He ain't coming in to be no hero. We need pieces to the puzzle.
So I want all y'all that DM me, text me, hey, we got to get Marlo's sound fixed. We got to do this for Marlo, blah, blah, blah. Let's get Marlo in the game. Thank you. All of you.
Go Bucs.
I can't. All right, so God, I don't want to stay long on this Bucs topic, but
we can do a whole show about it.
We here now.
How I feel.
So we here. And y'all keep getting these skill position players without addressing the core issue. You have interior line problems.
No, we don't.
I'm sorry.
No, we don't. You're gonna go back to the past. We're looking to the future. See, if you count to 4 Mississippi with Jameis Winston, and the ball would have been gone, we probably would have won the Super Bowl last year. But Jameis got an internal clock that forgets the first 3 Mississippi. So before he get to 4, he didn't miss the first 3. So he's starting his count 1 when it actually is supposed to be 4.
Didn't we just discuss this?
When he take a 3-step drop, he looks and he's thinking to himself, wow, it's a lot of people in this building. I wonder if they see me throwing the football. This nigga gets killed. Or the other option is 1 Mississippi. Shit, he wasn't on my team. And it's going the other way. So we don't have to worry about them problems because we have a proven, reliable, dependable, every down quarterback that will get. You know how Larry Bird used to get buckets? Tom Brady is our Larry Bird. God damn it. He gets buckets. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah. So, because I want to be fair to everybody involved, Bruce Arians does not have a 3-step drop, hit the man on the slant, hit the man on the out, hit the running back out of the backfield, check down offense. He don't.
Well,
wait. Hold on. So I will give you the fact that, yes, Jameis Winston sometimes was back there and had a lot of time.
Sometimes.
However, when you've been beat up by your offensive line so bad, matter of fact, he got beat up in a preseason game that you invited me to. His offensive line has not been superior. Oh, but okay, let's not blame everything on the offensive line, right? He does not have shifty, quick receivers that's going to break off the line, get the quick slant, get 5 yards, and be straight. He has I'm going to go 15 yards down the field, post up like we're playing basketball, and throw it up in the air, which in and of itself lead to interceptions. Case in point, most quarterbacks who played with Randy Moss had some interceptions because they were trying to throw it up and give Randy a chance. When you got your wide receivers that you do, you try to give them a chance. Now, there's the other factor that Jameis Winston had a so-so quarterback coach. Because there's no way Byron Leftwich should let him throw the many interceptions. No way. But okay. But that interior line, y'all couldn't run the ball. And passing the ball was a night at the casino every time y'all drop back. So it's a lot of blame to go around. I don't want to give Jameis all the blame, but it's a lot of blame to go around.
No.
But looking to the future, that interior line has not been fully addressed. But we got to be honest, you don't normally build an entire offensive line in one offseason. That ain't the way it works. Because other teams need offensive linemen and it costs money. And the Bucs don't necessarily have the money that the Cowboys, that the Redskins, that all these other teams have to fix their line. So they got to do the best they can. Now, the good news is we're in a COVID era. There are a lot of teams that having players opt out. So the Bucs got a shot. But Tom Brady ain't getting no younger. He definitely ain't never ran no 4-4. So he gonna be in some trouble this year. And I know nobody want to talk about it, but that New Orleans Saints defense ain't exactly cupcakes either. But that's okay. That's okay. You want to say Super Bowl, that's fine. I just, I wish Theo was here so I can politely throw this back in his face that, hey, y'all never addressed this last week, but everything was on me. But it's okay. We here. Marlo got wonderful sound. We here now. So I'm gonna let that go. Y'all got LeSean McCoy. Y'all got a running back. You need probably a bruiser. Is really what y'all need. Y'all need a bruiser. Shady is not a bruiser. He's gonna be your scat back. So we gonna see. Bruce Arians offense. It's very flexible, very diverse, but he still need that third down and short. Go get it back. So we gonna see. It's a few more weeks. We gonna see.
Is you finished?
I'm finished. I can't believe you.
Done?
I cannot let you run around here blind with your uniform on.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of errant things that need to be addressed with the statement this young man, old man, just made, because he ain't young no more. He should know better. He should know how that when you have a pyramid, if some of the blocks on the bottom of the pyramid ain't there, the top gonna fall. Right? So
Jameis fell. That's what you're telling me. That's why Jameis fell.
No.
Because the line not there.
No. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the Bucs went out and started plugging the major blocks at the base of that pyramid. So they started building. They went out and got an all-world quarterback. They went out and got an all-world tight end. They went out and drafted a monster on the offensive line, an absolute monster. Actually, a physical freak for somebody over 300 pounds.
All-world quarterback?
All-world quarterback.
Tom Brady wasn't even the fourth best quarterback in his division.
What?
In the AFC, Tom Brady wasn't even the fourth. Yeah, I'm sorry. In his conference, he wasn't even the best. He might have been the fifth or sixth best quarterback in the conference.
I think there's 15 teams in the conference, right?
Okay.
So
he wasn't better than Lamar. He wasn't better than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. I'm trying to think of who else.
Phillip Rivers.
Are you serious?
I'm just.
You gonna sit your ass right now and say Tom Brady was not better than Phillip Rivers last year?
No.
So let's evaluate this. Out of all the quarterbacks you named, who did more with less?
Did more
with less. With less.
Can't
with
throw
less
20 yards down the field.
Oh my God!
It doesn't matter. He can't throw down the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Troy deflecting. Okay, continue.
I'm not deflecting. The facts are the facts.
If you don't have a receiver that can get open 20 yards down the field, why would you throw it? That's just being a smart quarterback.
Tom Brady is not going to be elite quarterbacks. Definitely not Drew Brees by checking it down.
He's not. First of all, what wins football games? This is for everybody out there in the sports world, is the ability to possess the ball longer than your opponent and put points on the board. There is no way Tom Brady produces long drives and don't get 7 with the weapons that they put around him. It is an impossibility for Tom Brady, who has probably one of the smartest quarterbacks in the era, probably barring maybe a Peyton Manning, but he's probably one of the smartest quarterbacks in his era. You're not mobile, but the GOAT. You got multiple.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
What? Come on, man.
GOAT.
Come on, man.
Tom Brady's the GOAT, man.
Stop. Listen, I'm sorry. Undefeated is better than 4 losses. Am I right or wrong?
It depends on where you lost.
Oh man, here we go. You worse than them bronzexuals. Look, man.
First of all,
undefeated is better than 4. What is it, 4-3?
but you gotta look at what goes along with that.
What could possibly go wrong with you got Randy Moss? This
one receiver
for anybody who understands football. They had the most high. They had Randy Moss. They had Wes Welker. Who was in the backfield? Was the kid from Cincinnati in the backfield at that point? I want to just understand how you could. He had the Monstars, and they lost to little brother Eli Manning.
Little bitty.
The smallest runt in the bunch.
No. Well,
Eli Manning.
First of all, that game had divine intervention.
Twice.
In it.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
How many did he win?
Twice. You know what? I'm no longer calling him Eli. I'm calling him the Giant Slayer. That's it. Eli the Giant Slayer. Because every time he ran up against the fake GOAT, he slayed the Giant.
Fake GOAT. Wow. Well, if you're just talking numbers, just purely numbers.
Let's talk numbers.
How many AFC championships have the New England Patriots won over his 20-year career?
You know what? I'll make you a better point. How many times they won a division?
Jesus.
That's a better point. Why? Because there's up and down that entire division, there has been an ineptitude in that division. That division ain't been no good since Don Shula retired. Even Marv Levy
had to take a little drink, y'all.
Was a better coach than any of. Oh my God, I can't believe
it's about to get heated in here.
It is like we are spending the entire topic on Tom Brady.
You are spending the entire topic. All I did was make a comment. All you had to do was say, "Well, I don't agree with you on that." And this is why. You go in. What? And Joe Montana went undefeated. And Joe Montana did this. Joe Montana tell you he a better quarterback. Tom Brady a better quarterback than he is.
100-year-old Joe Montana does believe Tom Brady right now is a better quarterback than him.
Joe Montana.
But Joe will tell you back when he was in there wasn't nobody better than Joe in his heyday. Period.
Yeah.
You did not want to see Joe.
Tom Montana wasn't there. There are. Wait a minute now. He went the number of Super Bowls he went to was 3, and went undefeated in 3 Super Bowls.
He's 4-0.
So he went to 4 Super Bowls
undefeated
and got 1. How many Super Bowls have Tom Brady played in?
It is not how many times you get to the dance.
Oh my God.
You do not get credit because you take the prom queen to prom. You get credit when the prom queen say you are her king. And buddy, Tom Brady is no king.
He talking about prom. We talking about football.
Yeah,
what's wrong with
let's
him?
talk about football. Let's talk about it. Undefeated, unblemished in Super Bowls. Tom Brady got some dirt on his jersey. Joe Montana is unblemished.
Well, you can also say, Doug Williams is unblemished in Super Bowls. You call him the greatest?
Doug Williams went to 1.
Okay, he unblemished.
Oh, this is deflecting, by the way. This is deflecting.
Oh, now he want to use our words. Now he want to use my.
I'm just saying, if we gonna be honest about Tom Brady is he is a top 5 quarterback all time in history.
Top 5.
There's no shame in being top 5.
Jeez.
There's no shame in being top 5.
Okay, you're right.
It's like you said, 99% of the quarterbacks that play in this league will not make the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And calling Tom Brady a top 5 all-time quarterback, there's no shame in that.
None.
He's just not Joe Montana.
Oh, so Joe Montana is the best quarterback ever.
Joe Montana. Numbers, Super Bowl wins,
How many records do he have?
Game-winning drives. I want winners.
How many records in the NFL?
He don't need no records. You know what? He do have a record. Undefeated in the Super Bowl. That's his record.
Eli Manning is undefeated in the Super Bowl.
Yes, Eli is. But Eli got 2 and he got 4.
Is he the greatest?
Yes.
Come on.
Tom
That doesn't make
Brady
sense.
will never be on Mount Rushmore. Never. He'll be like on the side, like on the slope, but he ain't on Mount Rushmore. He ain't.
So, how many quarterbacks are in front of him of all time? We know you think Joe Montana is.
Joe Montana. You know we gotta say Dan Marino.
Oh my freaking goodness, bro! He don't even have records anymore. So he don't even have a Super Bowl.
When he left the game, nobody had more yards than him.
When he left the game, right? But he didn't have any records anymore.
I mean, I can't believe, and I'm gonna have to say this for the youngsters who don't really know. You need to do your research. But number 3 in professional football is Warren Moon. Period. That I ain't think so. I didn't think nobody was gonna debate that with me. I didn't think there was nothing to talk about there. Ain't nothing to talk about.
I'm sorry, Warren, but you're not on Mount Rushmore. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not.
Warren Moon. They said he wasn't good enough to play in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Then he won 5 Grey Cups.
Absolutely. Monster arm. Absolutely. But
Then he made the run and shoot work. Some kind of way he made the run and shoot work.
Mm-hmm.
Then some dude named Derek Manville was like, y'all don't need no running back. And then they ran up against the Buffalo Bills. But you can't put that on Warren. That you cannot put that on Warren. You can put that on that defense.
Warren Moon played the game.
All I can tell you is
Warren Moon used to get my homeboy.
Don't Warren Moon still got the most professional football yards? I think he might. I think he might be second to that kid that took his Grey Cup championships in Canada. He might be second. But Warren Moon, you got to put him on there. I'm sorry.
Okay, next. You name 3.
Doug. I'm sorry. Joe. Warren. I know I'm missing something.
You
Terry
said
Bradshaw. I hate putting Terry up there. I hate putting Terry up there. I have no problem saying I hate putting Terry up there.
Look at me, America. Look at me.
It's Terry Bradshaw.
America.
It's Terry freaking Bradshaw.
When I say my next statement, I want y'all to really understand that it's coming from a place that is so near and dear to my heart. This mother is retarded.
So you telling me?
I really,
oh man,
it hurts me to say that. I've known this dude since middle school. I really didn't think that,
You can't put Jim Kelly there. Who you gonna put there?
When we were in middle school and he got on the bus with a helmet on. You can sit by me. Sit.
Wait a minute. When did I get on the bus with a helmet on? Ain't nobody get on the bus with no helmet on. Really? That's what we
This is how, his brain didn't develop quite like everybody else's. So,
really? Again, I ask because I want to be fair to the fans. I ask, on your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, who you got?
I got Tom Brady. I have Joe Montana. I don't know if I want to put him on Mount Rushmore, but I got Drew Brees.
What?
Yeah, Drew Brees.
You put Drew? Okay, let's see the rest of it. This
Drew Brees. Damn. It's a toss-up right now. I'm Dan Marino.
Wait a minute. Did you? So you just gave me grief about Dan Marino, then you put him up there.
No, I didn't give you grief about him. I'm just saying you left off Tom Brady to put Dan Marino on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And then you not only added insult to injury, you said Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Do I have to follow that up?
Terry called his own plays.
Yeah. Do I have to follow that up?
I mean,
Really, America?
So, of those quarterbacks, which one has 2 receivers in the Hall of Fame? I'll wait. Because there's only one. One got 2 receivers in the Hall of Fame on my list. One. He put them there. He put them in the Hall of Fame. So he got to be on that list.
Why?
Yeah.
Their talent has got them in the Hall of Fame.
Who was throwing them the ball? Lil Johnny from the Ronald McDonald House was not throwing them touchdowns.
If you throw the ball as a quarterback on a 10-yard out, 5-yard out, and it gets turned into a touchdown, that ain't on the quarterback.
I don't know what highlights you was looking at, but them Lynn Swan contested throws that was just out of the reach of the defender, Terry Bradshaw did that.
Who caught the ball?
I'm sorry. Did they throw the ball to themselves? Did they throw the ball to themselves?
That's just like saying.
So the force of inertia just got them the ball.
So you might as well put Eli out there because, what's your boy LB? What's your boy name on name?
LB, you talking about No, man.
Beckham.
Beckham is not.
No, I'm just saying. So you just because he makes circus catches, Eli was a great quarterback.
Eli was a winner, and I want winners.
Eli, how many games did Eli win? Last 5 years.
I'm sorry. We're talking about ineptitude since that's been our running thing now. We don't just talk about the players and what they did on the field. We get them out with, oh, well, the franchise was this and the franchise was that. No.
I ain't get nobody no out. I ain't get nobody no out. Who I gave out to?
Bruce Arians.
I didn't get Bruce Arians no out. That wasn't me.
So, got going on. It's so good. All right, so I'm going to say this about Eli. When Eli had a solid front office, Eli was competitive every year. If you do not believe me, ask them Dallas Cowboys. Ask them Washington Redskins.
You ain't named a team that I care about yet.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So for me to ask them anything, I ask them why they still in the league. They need to move over and let somebody else who's a better team than them in the league. That's how I feel about it.
All I'm gonna say is this: I'm gonna leave this topic because there are other topics to talk about. Mm-hmm. Eli's a giant slayer. Is he Mount Rushmore material? No. Is he somewhere on that slope? Yeah, because at some of the most dramatic times on some of the teams that should not have won a Super Bowl, Eli went, I got this.
Okay, let me ask you this. So when Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl this year, will you come back on the line on the show and say he was wrong?
Wrong about what? Tom Brady is not the GOAT. However, if he follows Joe Montana's footsteps and take a trash team to a Super Bowl, to a playoff, I ain't even give him, hold on, and I'm not even making him have to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not setting the bar that high because that's not fair for this organization. However, if he gets them to the playoffs and gets a dramatic win in the playoffs against a credible opponent, I will give him, yes, he's in the neighborhood of Joe Montana. But like Mercury Morris said, just because you're in the neighborhood don't mean you on my street. And he not on his street. He will never be on his street. He chasing a ghost, just like LeBron. He chasing a ghost. He can't catch that ghost.
And in the immortal words of my great granddaddy Benny, you foolish. I ain't gonna say it.
Just gonna say that. I just want to know. We say we are not geared towards kids, but kids can watch the podcast. I just want to.
Are you saying it?
I'm just saying. So, if everybody knows, if we're giving advisories, it's because of him.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it, but he full of something that don't smell good, and it usually ends up in the toilet. Is what he full of.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna let it go. But we got some juicy.
Thank you, that minute.
We got some juicy Major League Baseball stuff.
Oh my God.
So the Houston Astros cheating scandal just will not go away. Like, I need to thank them. Like, you can't buy these jokes. And before Corona, before the season started, when everybody found out about the cheating scandal, everybody who had incentives tied to them getting to the playoffs, getting to the World Series, all of those players said, when I see them, it's going to be a problem. Ain't no amount of fine going to stop me because I already lost that money last year.
Yeah.
Fast forward to this year. Before Corona, MLB said, hey, we ain't going to tolerate no get back. We already did what we're going to do. That's the end of it. Leave it alone. Mm-hmm. And the Dodgers was like, yeah, so we was in one of those World Series. They got took from us. So I'm going to catch them in traffic. So much so that the pitcher from the Dodgers has now been suspended for 8 games. In a 60-game season.
That's excessive. And mind you, he didn't even hit the man with the ball.
He threw it on his hand.
The ball went close to him.
But the insult to injury, he was egging it on the whole time. So it's kind of like, you know what? This is what it is. It's like if you hit your sister in front of your mama not beating you because you hit your sister. She beating you because you had the audacity to do it while she was looking.
And I think that moving forward from this point on, if a pitcher throws at any player intentionally, unintentionally, and they don't get 8 games, Major League Baseball is setting themselves up to be in court.
Yep.
Because you're not going to penalize someone for it. I mean, throwing at a player is baseball. It happens in baseball games. You don't want to set a precedence that, okay, I'm going to put this individual in this box, this team in this box. If you throw at anybody on this team, you get 8 games. So if you play some other team and throw at a player, you get a slap on the wrist. You might get a fine. No. Every organization, if a player gets thrown at by a pitcher, if you don't get 8 games, you're setting yourself up for a lawsuit.
I want all the smoke. I want to be there for all the smoke. Like if you're a pitcher and you listen to this podcast, I can't pay your fines, but if you throw at a Houston Astro or a former Houston Astro, I ain't necessarily condoning the violence, but somewhere deep down in the recesses of my soul, I'm going right on. I don't know if that's gonna leave us long.
I ain't gonna say right on. I'm definitely not condoning somebody throwing a 90-something mile an hour ball at another human being standing there looking at them. Neither am I condoning one of them at batters hitting back at the pitcher up the middle because you're trying to get some get back either. So, I mean, keep the game clean. It is a sport. It is a sport where y'all are handsomely rewarded. Win, lose, or draw. Y'all still get y'all check. So just play it clean. That's all fans want to see, a clean game. And if you get caught cheating, it's up to Major League Baseball to levy a penalty that would gain the fans' respect. Slapping them on the wrist, not taking away championships. I don't agree with that.
I'm going to say this to every pitcher that's facing the Houston Astros. Even Nolan Ryan threw at somebody. You don't have to be better than Nolan Ryan, but you can at least be Nolan Ryan. Be better than Nolan Ryan.
Not good at all. I mean, we're not going to do that. And if there's any young kids aspiring to be pitchers,
get your headlock game up. Watch the Nolan Ryan clips. Get your headlock game up.
Play the game the way it's supposed to be played. And I mean, yeah, be careful, because if you think you big and bad, you know, and you throw at somebody and they charge them out, no, you might want to go to an MMA class or two. Because if you can't, if your wallet game is garbage and you ain't never been in no fight, but you throwing at people, yeah, somebody gonna cash that check. It always get cashed, and it is at the most inopportune time when your mama and daddy in the stands. You done got hot because somebody done took your yard. Yeah, you gonna throw at them when they come back around, and then they're gonna be like, check please. And your mom and daddy is going to experience you. Your daddy probably like, hell yeah, I want to do that for so long. But yeah, don't do that.
I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying. Make sure you keep one hand up. Keep one hand up.
We ain't gonna do that.
Keep the glove hand up.
We ain't gonna do that.
And then
first of all,
make sure your catcher get the ball back to you real fast.
First of all, we ain't gonna use the ball to throw it and make it matter. You already threw it one time.
In Major League 3, when the fisher got the ball back, he's like, Carlos, chill out.
No.
I got this fastball. It's 95 miles an hour. And my control been kind of good today. So you got to ask yourself, Carlos said, do I feel lucky? And the little boy said, well, do you? And Carlos thought about it and went down the baseline. That's all you got to do. Make sure you get that ball back as soon as you throw it at their head. Like, you can't throw it so far at their head that the catcher got to run all the way to the gate. It's not going to work. It's going to be too late at that point.
We didn't went off the rails.
You just gotta make sure you get.
Officially went off the rails.
I'm just saying, I'm not condoning violence, but
he is quoting the movie Major League Baseball.
Just saying.
Major League.
Great
he's
baseball series.
He's quoting it, and it's a parody movie. The movie was a comedy about baseball, and he's quoting it about real baseball.
I'm just saying.
Let that sink in.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about, because oh my God. So we're gonna go ahead and get a disclaimer. All bronsexuals, do not DM me.
Oh my God.
Do not at me. I don't.
Y'all don't understand this dude right here.
Right now,
for LeBron James.
We're gonna say basketball is back. It is official. It is in the bubble. We get it in the fishbowl right here in Orlando, Florida. We are playing basketball. They're playing bad. Oh wait, we can't get no copyright.
I ain't said it.
We playing basketball, and so all the major publications. Oh, basketball is bad. Do you think this team can win it all? Do you think this team can win it all? Look, man, Father Time is what it is. Nobody can beat Father Time. Father Time is undefeated. That being said, LeBron got a problem with them Clippers. them boys ain't playing. And I don't even know when you became a LeBron fan. I do not hate LeBron.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I do not.
Yes.
I hate LeBron.
You do. Well, you might not hate it, but you don't like it.
There's nothing wrong with saying he's a top 15 player. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
A top 15 player.
He is. He's a top 15 player of all time. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Y'all get these bronzexuals get so in their feelings. Top 15. No, everybody cannot be the best. They cannot. Everybody's not gonna get a documentary. They can't. Every basketball player does not take every slight personal. It does not become a personal war. And LeBron is not that guy. LeBron's like, oh, it's just a game. I'm going to play with my friends and against some old friends, and we're gonna get it in. LeBron has never gone to a game going, I'm gonna destroy that dude. He definitely didn't do it against Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant gave him that work. That work. But again, I don't blame LeBron on that because what you gonna do with a dude that's 7 foot and can shoot from 30? You can't shoot. What you can't? There's nothing to do with a dude that's 7 foot and can shoot from 30. There's no defense on the planet that you can do with that. You barely can do something with a 6'3" dude that can shoot from 30. That is not normal. So I don't blame LeBron for that. What I blame LeBron for is not 1, not 2, not 3, and then you turn around and you lose to the Dallas Mavericks. You cannot lose to any team with Jason Terry and JJ Barea and start talking to me like it didn't happen, like it was all a dream. This ain't Dallas, no. It was not a dream. We all saw it. We saw what happened. And regardless of the fact that Sean Marion was guarding him and this guy was guarding him, in key moments of the game and a series, LeBron ran and hid. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. Dwayne Wade had to help him grow into being a leader and into being a winner. I will give him that. But that happened. We witnessed it. So that is what I hold against LeBron. That is his albatross around his neck. The game he should not have lost. That's the one. Even the San Antonio series, he was playing against a far superior coach. So when they lost that series, I didn't necessarily blame him because it's a superior coach. But no, the Dallas Mavericks, no, you don't get credit for that. You don't. Now, going forward, when he got into LA, everybody talking all this stuff, he ain't did nothing in LA.
No,
nothing.
Not yet. They haven't played the season. But going back to his losses and championships, 90% of getting to a championship is playing all out. If you get to a championship game or series and you already spent your clip and you're not the same person as you were in the beginning of the season, it takes a toll on you.
That's basketball. Everybody's hurt at the end of the season.
It is basketball. This is why I'm trying to tell you. When LeBron takes a no-name team and wins the championship because this person hurt, that person hurt, and they beat the great Golden State Warriors, he didn't get credit for that. But if he loses to a team And everybody, oh, he ain't the greatest because of this. He ain't the greatest because of that. Like LeBron is putting up numbers and doing things as an individual on teams that ain't been done before.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Up until the last 4 years, his numbers were identical to the great Larry Bird. If you made Larry Bird black, those numbers are the same. That's the only difference.
Team. Oh, look at the players Larry Bird had around him. Now
So,
you can't.
We need to acknowledge the fact. We need to acknowledge the fact that when Larry Bird won his second championship, that squad was aging like I don't know what.
Aging, but they all were all-stars.
He had 3 Hall of Famers on that team that were 1 million years old.
Oh my God.
He drugged them kicking and screaming to the championship. So I am not saying LeBron is not a phenomenal player. I am not saying LeBron is not the best player in his era. That's not what I'm saying. In his era, he is the best player.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But also in his era, we need to acknowledge the fact that there are players who have not panned out the way they should have. Yeah. Carmelo Anthony, as much as I love Melo, and as much as I hate to say it.
You're talking about a LeBron sexual. You are a Melo sexual.
I just said he did
like, oh, where Melo went, that's my team now. Oh, where you go? I'm going to root for them. I'm a Knicks fan now. After he
and I'm a Portland fan right now. I'm not. All I'm saying is, I never said Melo is a top 15 player. I'm not saying that. In this era right now, it struggles for me to even say Melo is a top 10 player in his era right now because of his deficiencies in the playoffs. And you can keep saying, oh, well, the organizations that he went to, but come on, dog. You went to 3 different teams.
Yeah. And
no chip. Houston should have been a no-brainer chip. No-brainer. Now, granted, I will give him this out. Mike D'Antoni will never win a championship. I said it. I don't care who don't like it. You can't take Steve Nash, James Harden, Lynn Sanity, and win a championship. It's not going to happen. You have to play defense. People are not allowing you to shoot threes in the playoffs.
Steve Nash.
Yeah. Steve Nash was his guy. Phoenix. Mike D'Antoni.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry.
But that you can't run a gun in the NBA and think you're going to win. You got to play defense. Well, when you got the tallest person on the floor, 6'8", 6'9", and he playing center, power forward, and all these other positions, even though he is a great player, you got 7-footers that all that running gun come to end when they put that hip on you. Come in, boy.
All I know is that Melo has had opportunities the same as LeBron has had opportunities.
Hadn't had an opportunity.
LeBron has cashed in on his opportunities more than Carmelo has. Carmelo may not have, let me say this again. Carmelo has not had as many opportunities, but he's had opportunities to get to the promised land.
What, when he was in
Denver? They went out and got him some defensive players because Melo was going to shoot.
And then what did they do?
When I got
you just can't do right, Melo. Get your ass up here.
I mean, it came down to Melo wanted to be, he wanted to be in New York. And I can't blame him. Do you understand what would happen if you take the New York Knicks and win it all in Mecca? Oh, man. You might go on Mount Rushmore just because you did it with the worst franchise, with the most cachet, and win it all.
The Knicks are in the highest market in the NBA. And they have the most losses, and no players want to go there to play.
Oh my!
It's a problem.
I feel like, and since we talking about the Knicks, how does Mark Jackson not have a job? And Tom Thibodeau got a job. By the way, Tom Thibodeau's greatest claim to fame is having his star player pump the first round draft pick in a practice. And then the other first round draft pick get in his feelings and want to talk noise to Mr. Jackson. So people who aren't aware, and it's kind of old, one of the players from, I don't want to get into names because that'll be wrong, but one of the players decided that he was going to get in his feelings because Mr. Jackson was on the Fox show talking about how Jimmy Butler was punking the people in the practice. And he'd get on Instagram and start running his mouth, and Mr. Jackson tells him to catch him in traffic. For me, that is the greatest comeback a grown man can tell another person in this world, because there are a few things in life you want to avoid. If somebody says, "Can I talk to you?" in the wrong voice from across the room, that's a problem. Avoid that. If you hear a tone of "I'll see you when I see you," that's the wrong tone. You want to make sure you avoid that person. If a grown man tells another grown man, "I'll catch you in traffic," he is inviting you to a fight anywhere in the street. This is not a good thing, because he's now told you, "I know I got all these wonderful hundreds of thousands of dollars that I get from these different shows, but for you, I'm going to risk it all and beat you down in traffic." So let's just understand where this came from. This is the same dude who was with Ron Artest at the Malice at the Palace. So again, kids, Google some stuff. Do your research before you start talking reckless to the wrong people, because everybody don't take disrespect real well. I'm just saying. So that's Tom Thibodeau. That's Tom Thibodeau right there in a box. He took the Heat 7 games.
Let me just say this. I agree with you that Mark Jackson should have a job in the NBA. I think what he established in Golden State was the blueprint for Steve Kerr to move into the dynasty that they're moving into. It was on the back of Mark Jackson. So I do agree with you. He should have a job in the NBA. But until there are some dynamic changes in the NBA, coaches like a Mark Jackson are going to keep getting shafted. They will continue to enjoy that exclusiveness of being able to pick and choose and not hire or give opportunity to people who are or have proven that they are. And they'll go hire a coach who's never coached a day in the NBA from college and think that they're supposed to come win it all. Or they have the chops to organize a franchise with no NBA experience and think it's all right to overlook people who are highly qualified for the job. It baffles the mind at times when you think about it. You can't justify it. The NBA can't justify it. It is not like there aren't teams that need a head coach, because there are some teams out there, the Knicks, that suck so bad. Even a hire like that would attract talent. Nobody wants to go play in New York. The highest paying market in the NBA. Nobody wants to go there and play. It's a reason.
I spent less time as a Knicks fan. I took my parole early and quickly. Thank you, Phil Jackson. Yeah, the moment I honestly was only a Nick fan until Phil Jackson left. I had the same thought process that Carmelo had. I'll go after he go, but I ain't leaving before he leave. So I was a Nick fan just because he was still there, and then after he left, I was okay with leaving. So a couple cross topic. Major League Baseball and the Marlins had 12 people test positive for COVID. So much so they had to cancel their game and the Phillies game. It is okay to pick up the phone and say, hey guys, I know y'all got this little bubble going on in Orlando. Tell us how we could replicate that with our teams, especially since Toronto does not have a home stadium, so that we could have games and be safe and not have the commissioner kind of go back and forth with Mark Price, which, I mean, it's got to be something said to a man that opts out of tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. And be like, nah, I'm straight.
Damn.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
This is so, like, this is a new age. We're in a different time. Like, we're not, this isn't the, my organization, what we put together works. We're going to keep this, in our vein. We know it works and we're going to keep it working. No, this ain't that time. We have a pandemic that nobody knows about. Like, even the experts are guessing. They're educated guesses, but they're guessing. They don't know what's going to keep people safe. They don't know who's going to be asymptomatic or who's going to be in ICU. They don't know. They don't have it just happened like in January where this became a real thing. And then it didn't happen to affect Americans until 3 months later. So this is new. These teams should have had, you're paying players contracts of $300 million, $200 million. And you don't have every safety precaution in place to ensure that some of that money can be recouped, like by people watching the game or a game being televised. It is baffling at times to me to see how the mindset.
Say dumb. It's okay to say dumb.
I don't want to call it dumb because these are some very intelligent people. Now they do dumb stuff, but these are very intelligent people. Like even in Orlando, in the bubble, they're having their food shipped in. It's no contact. They got all these people getting tested every day, and you have to go in quarantine to even get in the bubble, and then you have to pass consecutive tests. In Major League Baseball, they're still, even the games that have been played, they're out there high-fiving each other. Ain't nobody under quarantine. You leave the stadium, you go to the house. You don't know if your wife's been around a relative that you don't know. So if y'all are spending this much money on these players and y'all have come to the consensus that y'all are going to have a season and these players get to do whatever they want to after they leave practice, after they leave the game, it is inevitable for someone to come in contact with some. You can be at the gas pump and touch the gas pump after somebody who's infected touched it. And then put your hand on by your face or eyes or something. It is insane to think that Major League Baseball didn't have safety protocols in place. Because it's not just tens of millions of dollars. No. This is $1 billion+ worth of, oh boy, a team got it. Not just players, a team. Like those are the 9, 15. How many players was it?
12. Plus
12.
They tested the Phillies.
12 players from one organization. So that just tells me this organization wasn't taking it serious. Because they should have been testing them on a regular basis. You spending multi-million dollars. Test ain't that expensive for them.
So you're saying Derek Jeter's over his head?
I'm saying Derek Jeter was a great player. A great general manager. Didn't say that. He did trade away Carlos Stanton. The only thing that puts butts in seat.
I feel like if there is a fan base for the Marlins that have turned their back on their franchise from ineptitude, and now this is kind of like insult to injury. So I'll leave them alone, but I do want to say this before we move along. If anybody can find a way for Lou Williams to get wings from Magic City shipped into the Magic Kingdom, please add me on the CC, because if these wings is all of that, I want them shipped to my house too. Because if you keep telling me that this man, and it's on people on Twitter, oh, the wings are so good in Magic City that I just had to have wings. Bro,
don't do that.
First
of all, Magic City is not one of our sponsors or not a place that we frequent. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there.
Not since 2002.
That was him. I don't go to that strip club.
I'm just saying, they're just trying to pay the rent. I get it. Outcast said it best. They just end up trying to pay the rent. I get it. Working their way through college, all of that. But you do not go to Magic City for wings. This is not Hooters. Stop fooling yourself. You are not putting little Johnny in a hot chair to eat some wings in Magic City. That ain't happening.
He had to make up or come up with the reason why he was there.
Oh, I know.
He went home to a funeral and somebody coerced him. It probably wasn't like, hey, you want to go to Magic City? No, I can't go to Magic City because I gotta go back to Orlando because I'm in the bubble. No, it was, if you want to go to Magic City, you ain't in the car yet? Yeah, it was one of them.
He already had the Uber call.
Man, Uber. Man.
He was running down the street.
First of all,
I'm sorry.
that would have even been a worse situation. Now you in an Uber car and you got to go back to the bubble. Come on, man.
Oh,
I just, please, if anybody know Mr. Williams, please verify that he wasn't in the Uber because somebody needs to talk.
I mean, Lou Williams for a long time was my hero. If you want to figure out why, Google it. I'm not talking about it on this show. But anyway, I just, he had wings from Magic City, which there is a $35 surcharge on the ATM machine. I mean,
how do you know? This is about the surcharge. I'm just saying.
That's what we're doing now?
I'm just saying.
We're just going to put it out there.
I didn't know it was a surcharge. One of us in here knew, and it wasn't me. So back before I was saved, we're gonna go that route. What we not gonna do? We don't play with God like that.
I would frequent places of ill repute. And so
what year was it you got saved?
We're not doing that.
Cause you not just finna throw that out there like there ain't no consequences or repercussions.
This was before God. This was before. Listen, man.
You said
I am very God. I said 2002. That was the last time. Was it 2000? Between 2002 and 2004. The last time I frequented a house of ill repute.
What?
Anyway, I have not been to a house of ill repute since 2004.
What's the house of ill repute, sir?
I've not been to a strip club since '04.
Oh, you just do private shows. I get it. Carry on.
Just say that. Only just say that on the podcast. All right. So, anyway, so in the houses of ill repute, because they have a higher chance of fraud, there is a higher surcharge. Now, it may not be that way anymore because, again, this was a very, very long time ago. But back then, yeah, it was a high surcharge. Anyway, that being said, I digress.
How can you say that in this and I digress? I don't even know how to. I guess you could say it, but it doesn't mean the same.
Why not? Just moving along to another topic.
Oh.
Keep checking along.
Okay, we checking along, y'all.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The NCAA just gotta like man up, sack up, and say we're not having football or any fall sports.
That ain't what they're saying. Because the SEC said they're gonna have a 10 games schedule.
The ACC also said they're gonna have a 10-game schedule.
So now these schools that built buildings because of their programs are in a must-have situation. Like, take a school like West Virginia, for instance, where if you ever been to that part of West Virginia, you would know why football is king. Because it is some inbred and going. I mean, that's not what I meant. Let me go back.
That is definitely getting cut.
It is shady dealings with people who live in that part of the country. And the university makes a lot of money. I'm just going to say a lot of money on game day. That stadium produces millions of dollars for the university every year. It's not in question. They millions. So if you take millions of dollars out of a school's budget, because they don't put all of it back in the football program, because they made that investment already. That scholarship money, they redo a weight room, they make sure the kids, that's a drop in the bucket to the amount of money they make. So that extra money that funds and feeds the other parts of the university it can't not happen. It has to function. So do they risk athletes and students and the other members of the community health to ensure that things are going to continue as status quo? Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's the only reason why local schools are going to start opening back up. Yeah, they have different options, but it's about numbers and dollars. And in every level of sport, from high school sports to collegiate sports to professional sports, it's about numbers. Now, the only way that the NFL and NBA and Major League Baseball, all these other organizations have to get their product out there is TV. Now, you can't put a whole bunch of high schoolers on TV. No, you can't put a whole bunch of collegiate athletes on TV, especially not in Florida. You have to pay them.
We got Theo. What's going on, homie? We broadcasting.
Man, my bad, man. At least your mom invited us over to the house for steak dinner.
Oh.
So he went. First off, he didn't invite us. Yeah, this going on the podcast. First off, you ain't invite us.
He said,
Then you gonna throw in our faces that you know what? Let me. You got the call in number, right?
hey, man, this I can't say no to steak dinner.
No, you need to call in. We need to talk about this on the pod. We need to talk about this on the pod because we waited an hour and 15 minutes while you were stuffing your face. We waited an hour and 15.
Listen, T-Bone steak too. Steak so big, kind of like from the Livingston, bro. Couldn't even eat the whole thing.
So we have every right to get him. You know that, right?
No, but this is what I'm saying about that. You keep on eating them big old T-bone steaks and not inviting us. You gonna wake up. You gonna wake up, and in the old days they call it 4 bricks and as wheels. I ain't saying that I'm gonna take the wheels off your car. I ain't getting invited, but I'm just saying I understand if it happened.
Hey, man, listen. Mama called. Mama said, "What type of steak you want?" And I said, "The steak with the most meat on it." I don't even understand the question. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I didn't know I had choices in this. So
Wow.
I didn't know until I got over there. Me and Alicia, it's 2 big old. It's 4 T-bones because my father-in-law was there too. So it's like vegetables, big old Marie Livingston T-bone steak, and then she said, "Y'all want to go to the park and walk it off?" I'm like, I got to do something because I got the items right now. I don't know, garlic bread. I don't. Man, listen, I'm sorry. A1 steak sauce, Heinz sauce.
He's just running down the whole menu.
Is this gonna be on exam? Oh, we got be filtered.
This is going unfiltered on the podcast, and everybody gonna know it's Theo's fault because he just went on a whole menu.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Listen, I'm sorry. This won't happen again, fellas. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
You should have said, well, tonight may have not been the best night for T-Bones, but let's do it tomorrow. And I don't have to get up and go to work.
My mother-in-law is a Taurus.
I see.
All I'm saying is he still ain't called into the podcast yet. He's still talking about the state.
Okay.
Yeah, we waiting on you to call. I can't. Oh man, so we waited around for him to call in. Well, you know what? Between the two of y'all, because I ain't forgot, and I will be adding the photo of the snapper into the podcast. I will, most 100%. I'm just waiting. Everybody, I'm just waiting on Theo to get in here so we can have this discussion. Because,
see, this is what happened, y'all.
Nope. So I'm gonna explain it from my side while we wait for Theo, if Theo actually make it in. So I'm diligently working hard, trying to do the best I can for my company. I'm like, dang, I ain't heard from Marlo. Let me give him a call. Oh man, I just went fishing for 2 days. Pourquoi?
I was in the Atlantic middle grounds, and not the Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico, in the middle grounds for 2 days, marathon fishing. Yes, I did that. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of it.
Oh, nobody's shaming you. You will not be shamed for going out in the Gulf and fishing and getting a lot of red snapper. I only have 2 questions.
Well, world, let's be very clear. I caught a lot of red snappers. I only kept 4 because that was my limit. I didn't break the law, and yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're still there. They're still there. Hey Theo. We may have to Hey, Theo, can you hear me? Oh, he's muted. Come on, man. Unmute yourself.
My bad, fellas. My bad.
So
You got Marlo in there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers throwback uniform on.
So we gonna give you a little reprieve because what you missed was I had heard from Marlo for a couple of days, and I said, let me call Marlo and see what's going on with him. Oh man, I just got out of the boat from fishing in 2 days. So I'm working, and you ain't pick up the phone and say, hey Troy, you want to go fishing?
But see, it wasn't my fault.
Did I do that? It ain't my fault.
The saddest thing is, we had planned this months in advance, and
that just made it worse.
I was invited.
Right.
It wasn't like I made the plans.
Right. I'm with you, Marlo. Sometimes we don't be making the plans. Sometimes stuff just happens. I understand exactly where you come from. I woke up this morning. I had every intention of just, taking, I guess my newly adopted son to go get him some football cleats. He wear a whole 11 and a half and a 12 now in men. Like, that's a while. But so I'm thinking I'm gonna come, that was my day. But my mother-in-law, texted me. She didn't text my wife, which is her daughter. She said, son.
A whole lot of excuses going on today, boy.
No, it's factual.
That's a reason.
She said, son, what kind of steak do you want? Now, first of all, you got to understand something. I'm not used to women just asking me that question, let alone my mother-in-law asking me that question, what kind of steak you want? What am I supposed to say? Mom, I got this show to do tonight, it's podcast and everything like that. First of all, she a Taurus. I already told you, I'm trying to get cussed out. I'm not going to do that. Y'all ain't met my mother-in-law.
So,
she swing first, ask questions later.
So I just want to make sure I got this straight for everybody on the podcast.
Yeah, you missed out on the fishing trip and the steak.
Yeah, so I ain't got no fish snapper or no T-bone steak. But wait, at least you didn't post the T-bone steak on Facebook and Instagram. At least you was nice enough not to. I bet not.
If I'd have posted my steak on Facebook, on social media, everybody and their mama would have been mad.
Oh, yeah, somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, posted their catch. Oh man, my cooler. For real? That's
yeah.
By the way, for everybody that don't know, Marlo lives in Orlando. I am in Orlando right now. And still ain't got no damn snapper.
Marlo, you said tripping.
But see, what had happened was,
and that's where
we're going back to what had happened was again.
Well, see, this is how it was. This is how it is. When I was getting ready to come over here, I was in the house, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm running late. I gotta hurry up." So I jumped in the truck, and I'm already going down the road.
You good?
Road.
Get comfortable.
And you know what I'm saying?
Sexy.
I forgot. I forgot.
I mean that's human, bro. We do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happen. Troy know we love him.
Yeah. You know it.
So I'm gonna let this slide. We have more details on the Mike Tyson Jones. And just like I said last week, there were some people who passed on the Mike Tyson fight. And with good reason. Because, but this is the Legends League. And Roy Jones did a first take interview. And he said that, I was going to fight Mike Tyson in my heyday. And
that's when he was going to fight Mike. In his heyday.
Remember his heyday.
No.
At no point in time did I ever see a Mike Tyson discussion negotiation. And at the end of Roy Jones' era, Mike Tyson was biting people's ears off. So I'm trying to figure out when he was talking about fighting Mike Tyson.
Let me tell you something. My bad, Marlo. Go ahead, because I don't want to be rude, because I did just get here.
No, I was just gonna say, when your cousin get on social media and ask what you doing that for, it's a reason why you shouldn't be fighting a man in the statue of Mike Tyson. It's
First
a
of all,
real good reason.
let me say this, because I'm with both of y'all. Roy Jones said he's supposed to fight Mike Tyson back in his heyday. Roy, I'm saying this with much respect, because I believe what you could do to me is the same thing Mike's gonna do to you. So let me just go ahead and put it like this: Mike is gonna do to you now what he would have did to you in your heyday. This ain't changed. Ain't nothing changed. The game ain't changed. The game is not gonna change. Had he hit you in your heyday, you'd have been folded up, locked up, like you was when them other two dudes hit you that wouldn't hit you as hard as Mike gonna hit you. I like Roy.
I think
it
Roy.
breaks my heart to see Roy get locked up twice.
Yeah.
And not be in prison. Like, that's embarrassing. Somebody lock you up twice and you ain't go to jail not one time. I was hurt because I like Roy. I don't want to see this happen to Roy.
Well, I'm gonna be the first to say this. I'm gonna buy this fight. I'm gonna buy this fight not because I think it's gonna be competitive. I'm gonna buy this fight because this is what you get coming. Because when Roy Jones end up on that mat 4 or 5 times, I'm gonna say, you asked for this. I'm watching this because this is what you get. I told you this was gonna happen, and that's why I'm buying this fight.
I'm not gonna watch the fight. Low key, I think I didn't seen this fight before.
Man, I'm telling you, y'all remember in the movie Friday?
Hold on, Marlo. Remember when I said I think I didn't seen this movie before? I think I seen this fight before. Didn't Ivan Drago just do this? Like, what happened to Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
Was that an exhibition? That was an exhibition, wasn't it? Wasn't Ivan Drago excited? Wasn't he looking forward to the fight? What was Apollo Creed doing? Wanting to put on a show. Living in America. Eye to eye. Nation to nation. Yeah, Apollo went in there looking to put on a good little show. Stick and move. What did Ivan Drago do to him? Caught him in that corner, and all he had to do was hit him one time. Lord have mercy.
I reiterate, Roy, if Mike Tyson cut off the ring, climb out.
What you keep saying if? Why you keep saying if? What you mean if? Roy is 8 rounds. It's an exhibition fight. Roy gotta throw hands. This ain't 12 rounds. We trying to get a championship. You putting on a show for the crowd. You have to get in Mike's face. Just don't hit him.
Wait a minute. Who said that? That cannot be a rule. That cannot be Roy Jones.
Marlo, if Roy run for the whole fight, then you gonna be mad. If he run for the whole fight, you not gonna be mad.
Yeah. Oh my God. First of all,
Troy, you buying the fight. You not gonna be mad if this dude run for all 24 minutes.
If he run, I'm not gonna be mad because I understand survival tactics.
But what y'all don't understand is Roy Jones ain't never been the one to run in a boxing match. That's why he got knocked out twice.
Right.
He's standing there trying to do the little arms down. If you think your old boxing style is gonna work with Mike Tyson, who is probably one of the best defensive boxers of all time.
Marlo, forget being one of the best. Marlo, forget being one of the best defensive. He's looking forward to this. Like, y'all keep slipping past that. You ever said you was looking forward to doing something? You ever told your homeboy, yeah, man, I can't wait, bro. I'm looking forward to this. You already know.
Yeah.
There are plenty of
gonna happen.
We're going to at no point.
Now, what do you do if Roy Jones, you hit Mike as hard as you can, and he just stand there and eat it? Like it's no effect.
There's no plan B after that.
Oh, it's a plan B. Where's the towel? Get the towel.
Come on, man. Roy gonna come up there like Marlo said, stick his head out, stick it back, stick his head out, stick it out. Then he gonna try and throw a nice little 3-piece combination, and Mike gonna sit there and eat all of that. Is anybody thinking if Mike hit Roy Jones Jr. 3 times back to back to back, back to back to back, we thinking Roy eating that?
No.
Why are we talking about the second punch? There is no third punch.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one you going to the ground that just missed your head while you was falling to the ground.
Anybody who's ever really seen Mike fight know that there is no back down. So Roy never fought a fight where he just let somebody back him down because he was faster. He had the hand speed, but you 51. A 51 hand speed ain't the same as a 20-something hand speed.
I seen the video. Mike still got it. I don't want to hear that.
Right. Like we act like Mike with hands was slow. Mike got hands.
Mike ain't stopped trying to fight for him. This dude, anybody, like literally anybody who have pet tigers and stuff like that, you don't fight them.
Bro, he's looking Marlo, he's looking forward to it. I said this last week, so I'm gonna touch on it again. This dude has tried everything and I'm gonna preface this by saying we talk about football players how when they lead the game, they be trying to find stuff to replace, the camaraderie, the getting on the field. You know what I'm saying? This dude has done everything to get this out of his system since he last stepped in the ring. Acting, comedy, one night stands, voice over appearances and everything like that. No, he still want to put hands on somebody. And this dude you finna have an exhibition with, the dude that can't get out of his system, literally putting his fist in another man's face. He can't get that out of his system. Like that's where he at. I ain't hit nobody in a minute. I ain't punched somebody in a while. This is bothering me. That I ain't been able to lump somebody up. Like I ain't been able to give somebody a 2-piece extra spicy combo. Like he ain't talking about I want to hit a baseball. I want to hit a human.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that in a while.
And about their body.
Do you remember when that dude hit somebody? I forget who he fought. He said, I heard him screaming like a little girl, like, like. Do y'all remember what he did to Leon Spink's son, brother, whatever that was in the corner? Dude had on some knee pads, and the dude ain't never get out the corner.
Listen,
Mike ran out the corner. Ding, ding. Mike caught the dude in the corner. He never came out.
listen. So, for people who don't know the backstory on the Michael Spinks thing, Michael Spinks had been fucking with Mike for a while. This was before social media, so you only heard this through newspaper reports. Mike tried to get this dude on the street. And then he goes, I think I'll have a fight with Mike Tyson. Why? What would you think the outcome would be? Yo, Jerry Curl is about to go to a fro. Don't sign this fight.
That wasn't the Spinks boy. I think that was the other boy, Trevor Sutton, the boy that was being stupid. Spinks was the one that had on the pink boxing short. I know who you talking about. Yeah, that dude with the Jerry Curl did talk trash to Mike. Mike folded him up outside the club, then caught him in the ring. Like I don't know if I'm gonna fight you in the ring if you knock me out in the street. I don't know what that's what we doing.
Yeah, we going on about Mike, but the bottom underlying current is I'm hoping Roy comes in better shape than I've seen him in that little swing on video when he doing the punching and throwing his that punches ain't coming that slow for Mike.
Bro, he thinking he gotta beef up to fight Mike. No, you don't need to bulk up to fight Mike. You need some skates. You just need to say no. I'm not fighting Mike Tyson. I don't. You know what? I know why Roy fight Mike Tyson. Roy's last few fights ain't go the way he wanted them to either. Unbeknownst to Roy, this one ain't finna go the way he wanted to either.
So listen.
Matter of fact, here we go. No, I'm not gonna say that because I was gonna be real stupid. I was about to say, Roy, don't fight Mike. I'll fight you instead. I give you somebody to hit. But then I thought about me, and I thought about my looks, and I thought about Roy, and I thought about me fighting Roy is like Roy fighting Mike, and I was like, I don't want to pause that.
I just because your last 2 fights went bad does not mean you. I mean,
I'm not getting in the ring with Roy Jones Jr. Man, Roy, man, my hands speed ain't nothing like Roy's, which ain't nothing like Mike, which is why Roy need to say no to Mike, just like I'm saying no to Roy. Like, there's levels to this thing. You gotta know who you are at the end of the day. Don't fight Mike Tyson.
so
You're gonna be like Zach Galifianakis. That was the funniest knockout I've ever seen in my life. What was it called? The Honeymooners?
no, that was a hangover.
The Hangover? Boy, he looked like he looked like he had a hangover after that lick. I thought Mike hit him for real. I was like, damn, he dead.
So what you missed out on was, Marlo doing victory laps around signing LeSean McCoy. LeSean McCoy.
Man, I'm telling you, he's just another piece on the chess.
A piece of what?
The Super Bowl!
Again, I asked, did somebody shoot Drew Brees? Did they kidnap him and bury him in the swamp somewhere?
Okay, hold on. I'm not finna do this again because last week you had me defending too many people that I had no business defending. You had me defending the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You had me defending the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan. You had me defending the Vikings. You like that? You like that? You had me defending way too many people, so we're not gonna do that this week. Marlo, I just want to know when y'all gonna sign an offensive lineman.
We signed out rookie.
Damn, you stuttered a lot this then. What we
signed out rookie.
Huh?
We signed out rookie.
What position he played?
Actually, we signed the offensive lineman from Indianapolis. We also signed another.
I wouldn't sign nobody from Indianapolis. Not that offensive line. Ain't that why Luck ain't playing no more?
Well, that's why you go get the best one. You pick and choose. When you sign Tom Brady, people come to the door. Hey.
Nobody's coming to the door except fat, overweight Gronk.
All I'm gonna say is this, Marlo. Now last week, I was on y'all, but now I'm finna do it this way. So Bruce Arians. Now, Bruce Arians was with the Steelers when they won their Super Bowl, right? Okay. Now do you know why Bruce Arians was let go from the Steelers? Huh? You don't know?
No.
He was getting Ben killed. He's asking Ben to hold on to the ball too long, which is why they brought in another offense coordinator, which Mike Tomlin did not like. And this dude was more about 3-step drops, which is what you alluded to last time. Unless Bruce Arians has changed his game plan around, because here's what I saw last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We can't do that.
You can't say all of them interceptions were Jameis Winston's fault.
Yeah.
Not going to do all that.
Majority.
But, yeah, we are going to say that he was under duress from the offensive line.
The only reason he was under duress is because Jameis holding the ball too long.
Well, I mean, that's a Bruce Arians led offense, though. Like, that's what got Ben killed. Ben was holding on to the ball too long. They let him go, not because he wasn't a good offense coordinator, but because his offense philosophy is predicated on the quarterback holding on to the ball, your offensive line protecting for 5 to 6 seconds, and your quarterback getting rid of the ball. So now when I'm looking at it, y'all have added some great pieces. Y'all added Gronkowski. Y'all added Brady. You just said y'all added LeSean McCoy. It sounds like, man, y'all got a nice little paint job, nice little window tint. Y'all got some nice rims and everything like that. But what the engine up under that hood look like, though, bro?
If you ain't doing nothing but cruising, all they have to do is get you down the street. Get you down the street.
What is happening? Okay, so, all right.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. Oh God. So we had people adding me. We had people DMing me.
You got enough.
Half of it was Theo's fault.
But most of it was them Buccaneer fans.
What you mean? Most what?
Again, I say I live in Central Florida, where these Buccaneer fans are nuts. Yeah, I said it. Nuts.
Because
Y'all,
we believe in our team.
it's not even, I have no problem with believing in your team. But the realisticness of your belief, it's borderline sci-fi at this point. It's Sharknado. That's what it is. That is what the Buccaneer fans are going through right now. Sharknado.
Tell him your team, Marlo. Tell him your team gonna do better than his team.
And he already know.
Wait a minute.
I don't even need to say it.
Why are we? That's what we doing. That's what we doing again.
I mean, I just felt like all fell.
Got to be a bitter one. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that little slight go. Because last week y'all tried to make it seem like I was all bitter about my team. So I'm gonna let that go. But we both know. What am I talking about? You ain't gonna beat Drew Brees. You ain't gonna beat anybody in the AFC. So the Steelers just I don't know.
Okay, hold on, Troy. You mean to tell me, because we did this last week, I just want to do it again. Who you got coming out the NFC East?
The NFC East?
Yeah.
Oh man, unless something happened, unless
I did this real fast last week. That's why I said Marlo. That's why I said y'all was going to the playoffs. Who you like coming out the NFC East?
Dallas. That's it.
Oh, okay. Jerry, watch this. Jerry's world. Okay. Well, who you like coming out the NFC West?
So I want to say the Seahawks.
Okay, that's fine. We can say the Seahawks. Who you got coming out the NFC North?
That's what we're doing this week.
I'm just asking a question. Who you got coming out the NFC North?
I can't believe I'm about to do this. Oh, Chicago. Whew. Oh, thank God I ain't got to defend Kirk Cousins. Oh, Jesus, Lord.
The fact that you picking Mitch Trubisky over Kirk Cousins, it just makes. Anyway, who you got coming out the NFC?
Let's do this now.
Hold on. You got. So you already saying New Orleans is coming out the NFC South. Okay. Absolutely. Who your 2 wild card teams?
Oh Lord. The Bucs.
And see where we at? We ain't even got to say nothing else. See, Marlo, see how I just got you in there?
But you're
welcome, Tampa Bay.
He really don't believe that the Bucs.
You're welcome, Tampa Bay. I got you in there. Yeah, Tampa Bay. Here we go. Yeah, Tampa Bay. Now watch this. You hoping Tampa Bay don't win the NFC South. Because if they do, then that means New Orleans is getting in as the wild card. Either way, we like Tampa Bay to make it to the playoffs. Either way. Now, playoffs, who you like over them in the playoffs? Oh, New Orleans. So that means Tampa Bay is going to meet New Orleans in the NFC championship game. Because I know you don't like nobody else over Tampa Bay. You like Dallas over Tampa Bay. In the play.
So for everybody that's paying attention, Theo is trying to exact some revenge and trying to get me.
No, I'm just saying I don't like Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy gonna turn around and hand the ball off. He gonna sit Ezekiel Elliott down and he gonna hand the ball off to Amari Cooper. That's what Mike McCarthy gonna do. And then Kirk Cousins is good to win one playoff game because I don't know what you're doing with this whole Mitch Trubisky thing. Kirk gonna say you like that one time.
Well, I like Mitch Trubisky get his first playoff win faster than Kirk Cousins got his first playoff win.
You can't even spell Trubisky. I'm talking about you like Mitch Trubisky.
But yet you are still defending Kirk Cousins. I just want everybody to realize you are defending.
No, actually, watch this. I'm not defending Kirk Cousins. I don't like Mitch Trubisky. Period. I like Aaron Rodgers, but damn, they ain't get him no help, so scratch that one. The Lions, no. I like my flag football team over the Detroit Lions. So, no. Not gonna do that. So now that leave us back to Tampa because I really don't believe Jimmy G is Jimmy G. Like, damn, Jimmy, you can't throw the ball no better than that.
So we've laid out an NFC playoff team and just completely disrespected the Seattle Seahawks.
No. I didn't disrespect the Seattle Seahawks. You like New Orleans. Now, watch this. Seattle, they got to have home field advantage. Seattle got the same issues Tampa Bay got. No offensive line. Which means Russell going to be running for his life again. And Sierra might not even let Russell play this year. They expecting a child. Shout out to the Wilsons. Shout out to the Wilsons. Congratulations with you.
That is what you missed, Theo. I did say the Bucs, if enough people opt out, the Bucs could walk their way to the Super Bowl.
You mean like the Los Angeles Lakers? I'm sorry. I like LeBron. I'm sorry, Laker fans. My bad. I like LeBron. I shouldn't have said that. My bad. I really want LeBron to get me a championship ring. My bad. I didn't mean to throw salt on LeBron James. I'm sorry. You know, that was just stating fact. You know, everybody talking about Kawhi. I'm sorry. LeBron, go get that other ring, bro. Go get your fourth ring. It's 4, right? It's gonna be his 4th ring.
But where you getting it from? K Jewelers?
Wow.
He got 2 with Miami and 1 with Cleveland.
He's just hating.
I'm hating.
He hating.
I'm sorry.
Man, come on, man. Listen. Now you finna have me defend LeBron James, and I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I don't want to do this.
But I'm just trying to figure out. I'm looking at. Hold on. And I preface this by saying, if we can keep Lou Williams out of Magic City, because them wings are supposed to be all of that. By the way, Magic City, y'all not a sponsor, but if them wings is all of that, please send me some wings so I can sample the goodies. Or when this pandemic is over, invite me in to sample those goodies. Either way, I'm cool with it.
I'm finna get us in, Troy. To the owners of Magic City, I have never been there. I have never been to Magic City. Clearly, Lou Williams thinks Magic City is all that in a bag of chips. So I would just one time like to see what the experience is, because clearly he had to leave the bubble to go see all that. And I don't know what. I don't know. Huh?
I mean, I want some wings from Magic City too.
I have been, as I said on the podcast earlier, I've been to Magic City. I was not aware of the wings at the time when I went to Magic City.
That's why he went. He went for the wings.
He said he went for the wings, and there are people posting on.
I thought he went for the yams. He didn't go for the yams.
They might have had yams as a side for the wings.
See, Marlo, you supposed to just laugh with a straight face. You went too hard on that one. You supposed to know what I was talking about when I said yams.
I'm just saying they may have had some candied yams smothered in that brown sugar stuff they put on.
Candy go to Clark. Sorry, she go to Georgia Tech. She working her way through med school.
Okay.
I really want to laugh at that because I think you're being low key petty, but I'm gonna let that ride. Let that ride. Like Usher, I'm mine. I can't see you dancing on the pole. I can, but you're gonna have to stop if me and you a couple. But anyway, what else you got, Troy? What else I miss out on, man?
Oh, so we talked about the fact that the Dodgers had a pitcher suspended, but I gotta defend the Dodger pitcher, man. You got to be better than Nolan Ryan. If they cheated their way to a World Series, it's okay to throw at them. Just get your left up and make sure that the ball get back to the mound before the hitter do.
Here's you know what? Major League Baseball dropped the. You know what? It's one of the things that we try and teach kids about cheating. And I sat up here and I watched Major League Baseball doing the whole Sosa, McGuire thing, and we know they took steroids and everything like that. Major League Baseball made money off these cats. Then I turn around and I look at a dude like Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. I'm betting on me to win. At the end of the day, that's what we talking about. If I'm a bet on the game, I'm betting on the game to win. Dude say never betted on his game. And if we look at Pete Rose Hall of Fame career, his career speaks volumes. Like, forget what you said. Like, yeah, he bet on some games. Actions speak louder than words. You can't tell me this dude wasn't trying to win every game he took the field on. He should be in the Hall of Fame. But watch how stupid And I feel like sometimes, you know, we don't call them out enough how stupid Major League Baseball is. You want to sit up here and congratulate Sosa and Mark McGwire for home runs. Then Atlanta, you knew they were taking steroids. And I don't want to hear that. They don't act like they know they took steroids. And you want to ban Pete Rose for life for betting on games. You literally have a team that cheated, and you still gave them the World Series ring. You still allowed them to keep it. You can't tell me nothing about honor, integrity when it comes to Major League Baseball. They don't know what that is. They cheated. They know they cheated, and they still consider them World Series champions. So if anybody from the Astros gets swung on this year, get cleated up this year, get a ball thrown at them this year, a la the dude that used to play baseball pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, bat get broke off and you want to throw the rest of the bat back at the batter. It's Major League Baseball's fault. Major League Baseball was the parent that caught the child in the cookie jar and said, "That's okay, baby." Caught the child stealing and said, "That's all right, that's my baby." And you
think about the bonuses, incentives that players lost because this team cheated. So I got to put my hands on you because you've been in my pockets. This ain't about honor and integrity. This is about my money.
Same thing. Look, it's a reason why I won't buy Major League the show this year. I got hockey. I got NHL 20. I got Madden 20. I got 2K 20. I don't want to play MLB 20. I'm scared the system gonna cheat.
So I want everybody to know the reason we can't see Theo right now because he's probably eating some more of that damn steak.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Mama put her foot in it, man. It's good, man. It's like, you know, I don't weigh, but I'm back to my old college days, man. I ain't 230 no more. I'm down at 182. I'm trying to be that. Marlo. Yeah. Remember that picture? Mr. Sexy Grandfather? Remember the dude that was on social media, had his shirt all off with the six packs and everything like that? I'm trying to be Mr. Sexy Grandfather. I got to get my protein up.
You know what? I don't care what y'all say. I'm the perfect shape, round.
Oh. I mean, you know what? I can't really say nothing because, you know, you and Marlo got this whole, y'all got the salt and pepper beer. You know, you got the whole, you know, you got the search for tomorrow thing going on over here with yours, Troy. And then, you know, Marlo got the guiding light thing going on over here. You see the guiding light, the search, you know, ready for the, you know, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives type thing going on over there. He looked like the dude, he looked like the brother that paid the police officer with Abe on Days of Our Lives back in the day. You know, walk in with his little polo shirt on and a little badge and everything like that. I'm sitting up here. I have to keep my beard cut off because my beard and the hair on my head is having a fight. The hair on my head, black. My beard, gray. See, I ain't even getting that what y'all get.
See, my head black now.
Yeah, but see, your mustache is black. And then when you look at your beard, you got this nice little black shade right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Then when you look over here to the side, you got a nice little black streak and everything. My hair ain't doing none of that. Down here is straight gray. And I'm like, damn, bro. So on the top of my head, I look 45, and on the bottom down here by my chin, I look 80. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's not what's good in the hood. We finna shave all that off. Hey, we stick with this damn goatee. That's what we gonna do.
So I'm gonna let this be the last topic because we kind of touched on it a little bit, but I feel like the NCAA ain't gonna be happy till they kill somebody. And the ACC, the SEC, and the Pac-12 talking about they're gonna do a 10-game schedule. And the ACC, the audacity to say that Notre Dame can compete for an ACC championship when they ain't really members of the ACC in football. But we just doing this because they can't play USC. They can't play Stanford.
So we just doing this so they have something to do. That ain't our fault. This ain't what you wanted.
I'm with you. I understand. No, you go ahead, Marlo. You got it.
No, I've already commented on it. I told them, my comments were that it's bigger than rap with all these conferences coming out talking about a 10-game season. They just know they couldn't do a no-game season.
Right.
There was no way that amount of money cannot be made for the university. Like their universities are pandemic proof. So they
Right.
need that income.
I look at it like this, without trying to politicize it. We all three of us right now are in the state of Florida, and I'm just gonna look at it like this. We're in the state of Florida. I didn't vote for him. That's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about being responsible. So I'm going to mention his name. Can I mention his name, Troy?
You can. I have no. Yeah.
So we're looking at Governor DeSantis. Some people don't know this about Governor DeSantis because he keeps this to himself. He's married. He's got 3 small children. During this pandemic, while he has echoed the president's sentiments, we have not seen Ron. Ron? Is that his first name?
Yep, Ron.
Ron. We haven't seen hide nor hair of Ron's family. And this is where the irresponsibility comes in. And I'm finna segue this off to the leadership of the NCAA. You're literally asking people to put their children at risk, their loved ones at risk, when you are unwilling to do the same. How dare you? That's irresponsible. I try and tell people all the time, forget what side you think you're on, liberal, conservative, left, right, Democrat, Republican. Look at your politicians. Look at your leaders. Forget what they're saying because, sometimes a woman can talk a man out his money and get nothing in return if the dude ain't looking at her actions. So you look at these politicians' actions, you look at the leadership of the NCAA, they're not going to put their loved ones in harm's way with this pandemic. All they're concerned about is money. That is piss poor. Don't ask me to put my child's life in jeopardy because you want some more money that you don't need. Because let's be clear, the NCAA, the boosters don't need any more money. The coaches don't need any more money. The school don't need any more money. During this pandemic, you're going to be just fine if you can't play football on Saturday.
Yep.
But why are we asking our children, the future leaders of tomorrow, the next generation, the future fathers, the future mothers, grandmothers, grandparents, why are we putting this generation in jeopardy for a buck?
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I know a particular school whose booster president said, "I'm not gonna pay for N-word to be the new head coach," while simultaneously paying 2 other coaches that have been let go from the university.
You talking about Florida State?
If you got money to do that, then you have money to say, you know what? This ain't the season. We chilling.
First of all, let's be clear. And I want to say this. We know a booster steady. Is that gonna stop the program from taking the boosters' money? No, it's not. Now watch this. Here's the hypocrisy that's involved in that. Because I talk about this all the time and nobody wants to really have that conversation. You know, that conversation, that mysterious conversation that we on both sides, on either side of the racial aisle was supposed to have. We just had that discussion. You don't want to pay the coach, but you don't have no problem with them black kids running up and down the sideline for you on Saturday.
Yep.
So that's why I say it's past time, because that attitude is prevalent. If you can't appreciate my son playing for you on Saturday and Sunday and make sure my son get home safely Sunday through Sunday, yeah, I said Sunday through Sunday,
My son can go play at the school where the coach look like me. Because the only reason why your program is relevant, let's be clear, people can get mad and say what they want to say. They ESPN talked about it, I want to say this past Sunday, about how the Ivy League schools are no longer relevant. Well, the Ivy League schools are no longer relevant because we don't go to the Ivy League schools. Yeah, we go, but we ain't sending our talent, our athletic talent to the Ivy League school. So let's be clear. All these boosters in this country, and I'm speaking directly to you, you boosters you about to cut off your nose to spite your face. Your Alabama football program is only relevant because I go there. Your Clemson football program is only relevant because I go there. Your Florida State program would not have a Heisman Trophy nor its first national championship if I wasn't there. And the only reason why you got it is because the dude that you had faith in went to go play baseball. Yes, we know our history. There is no such thing as a successful college football program in the modern history without us being a part of it. So we ain't got to play. See, they keep getting this thing twisted. This is gathering old men so I can speak my mind. You act like we need you to play football. We don't need you to play football. No. We never did.
Oh.
We don't need you to play basketball. I got a dude that can pass the ball like John Stockton. You ain't got no dude that can pass the ball like Magic Johnson. I got a dude that can shoot like Larry Bird. You ain't got no dude balling like Michael Jordan nor LeBron James. Low key, if the sport was inexpensive, I don't need you to play hockey. Low key, if the sport was inexpensive, I don't need you to play baseball. That is just the God's honest truth. You making money right now, Oregon, because of me. You making money right now, Texas, because of me. Georgia, you relevant again because of me. I'm the one that put them national championships down there with the Florida Gators. I gave Jimmy Johnson that national championship down in Miami. They get this whole thing twisted. But this is when we as African Americans, blacks, whatever we choosing to answer to these days, need to understand and recognize our power. The game of football is nothing if we not in it.
Yeah.
The game of basketball is nothing if we not in it.
That's right.
Black parents, people that are against racism, before you send your child to that school, find out what's going on at that school. That school ain't handling racial, social issues like they're supposed to. And let's be clear, racial issues are nothing more than humanitarian issues. We say race, it's a humanitarian issue. Slaves were treated in inhumane ways. Let's go ahead and say it what it is. So with that being said, do a better job. We talked about this. I own this. Me and Troy owned this last week on the show. We went to Florida State and everything like that. Like I said, Marlo, you got some beautiful girls. They going to school at FAMU and everything like that. So we're going to that Rattler strike. My oldest went to FAMU. My youngest at North Carolina A&T. So we doing some things. But we need to understand where true power lies when it comes to sports. If every NFL player y'all did Colin dirty. When Colin took that knee, it was way too many of y'all that said you shared the same feelings as Colin. But when they blackballed Colin, you should have sat down. They should have never played football. All this talking that they doing, telling me Colin should have a job. Colin has a job if they don't have a team to field. Show the NFL how serious you are. Jerry Jones ain't said nothing since George Floyd died. And Stephen A. Smith been calling him out since then. Jerry Jones is showing you just how stubborn he is. He's going to stick to his guns. So, pardon the phrase. So when do black athletes stick to their guns? Colin ain't got a job. Dallas ain't got a team. Colin ain't got a job. San Francisco ain't got a team. And because we like it, we ain't crossing over. Put all them white boys on the team on the field on Sunday. Put 52 white boys on the field on Sunday and see what that looks like. That's how it should be. Richard Sherman is gonna suit up this year, right? Ain't Richard Sherman gonna suit up this year? He gonna suit up if he can. Didn't he have something to say about Colin?
Yeah.
No, Richard, don't talk about it, my brother. Be about it.